This Premier League Week 8 picks edition of the Premier League Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog is hooking up new customers. Play just $5 and get $100 in bonus funds when you sign up with the code PLGP. Welcome, everybody, to the Premier League Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. My name is Malcolm Bamford, coming to you from Newcastle upon Tyne in the northeast of England. Today is, absolutely no idea, Wednesday, October the 15th is the answer. We are here to get stuck back into the Premier League with the Week 8 fixtures taking place this weekend. Joining me from somewhere in Nottinghamshire is Mr. Barry Penaluna. Barry, it's been so long. I forgot the name of the show then when I started the introduction, if you noticed. How are you getting on? What's with the weird time, Baz?
I've got to fly out of this country in about 12 hours' time, which would be less of a problem if the airport wasn't a 2.5 hour drive away. So, I've got to be up at 3 o'clock in the morning to drive up to Leeds for a flight to Poland.
Is it the Magical Mystery Tour? Is it that? It is. Do people know where they're going?
Yep. Yeah, we're flying into Wrocław and then going to Poznan. So we've got one night in Wrocław and 2 nights in Poznan and then fly back from there.
Yeah, very good. That's
you, of course, were invited. You declined the offer.
In hindsight, Baz, I probably should have come. Do you know why I didn't come? Well, originally I had my holiday and stuff to pay for, but also, and it was my birthday, wasn't it, last week? It was my 50th birthday, Baz. So I assumed I'd be fucking showered with events, parties, trips, things like that. Fuck all, Barry, off anybody. Oh, a lovely message off you, Baz, by the way. Appreciate that. Thanks very much. And all the listeners inundated with precisely 0 messages off you or any of them. I got 9 cards, Barry. I had a little moment of myself thinking, 50 years on this planet, 9 cards. I mean...
5.
5.
And 3 of them were from this house. So I got one off Chloe, one off Sophie, one off Helen, and then the mother and the mother-in-law. That was it.
Okay, I sent you a message, though, dickhead. I haven't got your address. I would have sent you a card. The big question, Barry, on everyone's lips is, did you send your mother that 45 quid back? 40 quid, sorry.
She got 15 of it back. I got to keep £25 for my birthday.
Is that what sort of bargaining system was that? Who suggested that?
Well, £25, just our standard birthday gift.
Okay, that's fair.
£40 was a boost because she thought it was me 40th. So she got 15 quid back.
Oh, shit. You got to see some football, aren't you, on Friday?
No, we can't get tickets.
You're not going?
Poland football is a fucking nightmare. Well, they moved the game on to Sunday afternoon, the first game, and then we found a second division game to go to. You can only buy a ticket if you've got some sort of Polish ID, which is a problem because I'm not Polish. So I've tried to sign up as a foreigner with my passport, and I've just had nothing but trouble trying to get registered. Can't get registered. And in the meantime, it's fucking sold out. Second division Polish football, they've sold out all 2,500 seats. So unless something miraculous happens at the moment, no football will be involved.
Oh, that's disappointing. I mean, going to foreign football is a hipster thing to do. I don't see this as a very hipster show, Barry, particularly. I don't think, do you know what I mean? There's we are Tory Scran and that. However, I know you say a lot, Barry, that I'm the coolest person you know. Tomorrow, Baz, do you want to guess where I'm going? I'll give you one guess, and then I'm going to give you a few more clues as we go along. I'm going tomorrow night.
Carlisle.
No, I'm going gigging, Baz.
Oh,
in a fashion. So if I tell you, Baz, tomorrow night, I'm going to see Sam Fender. Does that ring any...
Is that the old Mercury Music Awards?
Yes, Barry. You say I'm not that awesome about Sam Fender, but I'm going to see Sam Fender. I'm going to see Pulp. I'm going to see Wolf Alice. I'm going to see FKA Twigs. The young people are like that, Barry. Emma Jean Thackeray, Jacob Alon. Yeah, I'm going to the Mercury Music Prize, Baz. That's cool, isn't it?
Supposedly, but it's all a little bit fucking poncy, innit?
Oh, you right? Fuck off, Barry. This is right up your street. You love the Ponzi shit.
No, they just try to be a bit too edgy with the people to nominate for it. Like, I don't know. Not sure about it.
Well, I'm going, and I've got my gold bomber jacket out because I need to look the part, as you say. So I've got my gold bomber with the ruffled sleeves ready to go. Walker's going, so not cool about Walker, as you well know. So yeah, 40 quid, Baz, that's all right, isn't it, to see those people? I wanted to see CMAT and I wanted to see Fontaine's DC, and they're the two nominees who aren't.
You want there, yeah. I've seen CMAT and Fontaine's DC this year. So, you know, they're not there because
they don't need
to be, exactly.
You are achingly cool. I've had a look at the odds, Baz, actually. CMAT's 15-8 favourite, if you want to get involved. Fontaine's DC is second in at 7-2. I'd have a little go on Wolf Alice at 16-1, Baz. I've been hammering the Wolf Alice album. So that would be my pick. It's 16-1, a little bit of Wolf Alice. So if you put the telly on tomorrow night and watch for a good-looking 50-year-old in a gold bomber jacket, that'll be me.
Well, I had a bit of musical excursion at the weekend, actually. I went up to Sheffield, a very last-minute thing. Went up to Sheffield for like an up-and-coming bands type of event. It was on from midday till 11 o'clock at night. We just drove up in the afternoon and went and paid 20 quid and watched about 8 different bands. It was a good afternoon.
Excellent. There's suddenly a thread running in the comments, Barry, of naming Polish footballers who have some sort of link to your name. So we got Barry Lewandowski and Bazzy Cash so far. Any good? So if you want to throw your Barry-related Polish footballers in the chat, I appreciate that. Absolutely ridiculous. James Mafia has just joined us. Fefwef was the penultimate entrance. Harry Doherty's here. Chelsea. Welcome, Harry. Squad number 9 Intel. Lee Smith and Callum were first in. Joe Dollar is here. Joe, welcome along. Joe said he and his daughter listened to one of my games last week, and his daughter very much enjoyed it. So I appreciate you saying nice things, Joe. Yeah, plenty of football going on, Baz. I've commentated on in the last few days. I had an all-timer on Friday afternoon, Barry. Gambia v Gabon. I sat here and did. Gambia 3, Gabon 4. It's an absolute classic. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang scored 4 goals, then got sent off in that. So that was fun. Cuba Minte played. So I've been keeping my eye across the globe. I then did USA 1, Ecuador 1. The USA are not good enough. Was my upshot of that. Take that away for our American listeners. I did France 2, Iceland 2. France were missing loads of their forward players. You couldn't get a good handle. And then I did Spain 4, Bulgaria 0. And learned nothing about that. Would you like to see my best birthday present, Barry?
Go on then.
I got a ray gun.
Hey. You got a ray gun, yeah?
Yeah. So nice. It's quite noisy and it makes loads of flashing lights. If you want me to press the button now.
Yeah, please do.
What do you think of that?
You happy with that?
Oh, fucking over the moon. I've vaporised the postman. I've vaporised most of the neighbours. I've vaporised some birds. I can pick cars up and move them. So if they're just in the way, I can do that. So, yeah. So I'm going to introduce the ray gun at certain points. I don't know when yet, Barry. Might be like if we've had a winner or something, then you might get the ray gun. But if you do need me to press the ray gun trigger at any point, Harry said you need some zombies. That's not a bad shout. I think that was ray gun related. So that's pretty good. I have to keep hiding it from Bob because he likes to vaporise stuff as well. So that was by far the best present I got. International stuff. I've watched a little bit. I've probably watched more than you, Baz. I'll give you a little appraisal of what's been going on.
I mean, that wouldn't take a lot of effort, to be honest with you.
Because you haven't. Well, we haven't even fucking... I can tell you your head wasn't in the game because we barely talked about anything in the last 10 days or so. The NHL is back, though. You've been watching that, have you? And so is the Hockey Gambling Podcast, Bosh. Join Ryan and Joel as they break down the biggest games, storylines, awards, and best bets throughout the season. Let it slide. Now, by the way, that advert, Barry, let it slide. I invented that. I came up with that for the Winter Olympics. How many years ago? I don't know. And I don't think I get any credit. I might just adjust. Am I allowed to adjust that Google document? Will the bosses get annoyed? See, credit Malcolm Bamford. Let it slide. It was definitely one of mine. So England qualified, Barry, for the World Cup. Did you know this?
Yes, I did know that. Yeah.
England are the only UEFA team to qualify so far. Only one team from Europe. And most of the stuff was going on in Africa this weekend. Like I said, I did watch a few games. Cape Verde made most of the news. They became the second smallest nation to qualify for a World Cup. Who's the smallest nation, Baz? I don't know this. I'm going to Google it now.
Iceland. Iceland a small nation?
I might have guessed Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah, it's going to be smaller than Iceland, that's for sure.
You reckon? For a World Cup. This is good audio. Me typing this into the...
Ask Data Dave.
Well, that's what I'm doing. It's Iceland, Baz. You were right.
Yeah, it's good knowledge from me, that, isn't it? Good guess, anyway.
350,000 people. There's more people than that in Trinidad. Yeah, well, not to worry. So, yeah, Cape Verde made it through. Cote d'Ivoire qualified. Senegal qualified. Simmers gave me a free £20 bet voucher for my birthday, and I've stuck it on Senegal to win the World Cup at 125 to 1, Barry. So I spent that. South Africa made it as well. New format for this international break in a year's time, though, Barry. We get the old 3-week break. That's going to be fun, isn't it?
I'm looking forward to it, yeah.
How much fun is this show going to be over that 3-week window, Barry?
I'm already booked a holiday.
Yeah, I think we should. Yeah. And Barry, it's going to be after the World Cup as well. So I think everyone's appetite for international football directly after a 40-18 World Cup is going to be at an all-time low, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
3 weeks. Disappointing. We did make some picks, Baz, as well, but it was so long ago. Does anyone even care about them? I did all right, Baz. I never lose in Africa. That is just #science. I took the over 2.5 in the Central African Republic in Ghana. Game Ghana cruised 5-0. Should have gone up the ladder there. USA won, Ecuador won. Gave out Ecuador. The draw no bet was an option. USA scored late, so I was definitely on the right side of that one. Norway beat Israel 5-0. We took Norway to win in over 3.5 goals. That was a nice price, 6-5. I made one bad pick, Baz, which was Slovakia to beat Northern Ireland. I watched that as well. Northern Ireland were very, very good. Next international break, I'll be having a little look at whoever Northern Ireland played because I thought they were excellent. I finished ahead. I was quite happy with my picks, which was a nice little bonus. Did you get any idea what you picked and how you got?
Yeah, similar. I had 3 picks. The bad one was the same one. It was Slovakia to beat Northern Ireland, but I took the Netherlands handicap against Malta. That was a plus money price, 6-5. They scored very, very late on. Last kick of the game to win 4-0 and cash the handicap. So that was fortunate. And also took Switzerland over Sweden. Switzerland were 2-1, but I did put them up for a team total at 13-8. So the 2 winners were decent plus money prices. 2 out of 3 for me.
Full Premier League cards to get stuck into. Don't forget to sign up for Predict Addict, our prediction league. Predictaddict.co.uk, and the league code is 43455. Monthly prizes. So get signed up at least for the start of November if you're not in it. Give you a chance for at least the monthly prize if you're not going to win the season-long one. Premier League card this weekend. Baz, any strong thoughts on it? Did you like it, dislike it?
Well, I'll be honest, I was very brief in my analysis on these because I was rushing things a bit tonight due to having to plan for a holiday and all that. I found it reasonably easy to come up with a pick on most games, I think. So, yeah, it's a good sign.
Yeah, I didn't mind it. I looked back over, I made the picks and I looked back over them and I kind of gave a little nod of approval to the majority of them. I dived into the stats market, the props market for one game, which was quite tricky, but we've been quite successful in that as well. So Okay then, Baz, we will get stuck in. I'll read out some of this stuff first. We are brought to you by mybookie.ag, your place to bet on football and everything else. The prop builder is second to none. The motto is bet on anything, anywhere, anytime. Easy deposit and light and fast payouts using crypto. Head to mybookie.ag, promo code PLGP for a 100% bet back bonus up to $500 for new customers. That's mybookie.ag, promo code PLGP. And we are brought to you by Novig, America's #1 sports prediction market. You get the best prices at Novig. It's available in over 35 states. Download the Novig app. Get $50 when you spend $5 if you use our promo code SGPN. Get in on the action with Novig, promo code SGPN. We start on Saturday lunchtime, 12:30 kickoff, 7:30 Eastern time between Nottingham Forest and Chelsea. Forest 13-5 plus 260. The draw 14-5 plus 280. Chelsea 9-10 minus 111. Tricky start. Just a load of the shit that's always horrible to factor in. The early kickoff off the international break. And two teams that I think would be low on your trust list. If you were trying, like you're nodding along. If you sort of, I've read them well, I've got them pegged. These two teams would be way down that list. Forest have only got 2 draws from 6 games since their opening day win. They've scored just once in 5. The last 3 of those 5, they lost on the handicap. They failed to beat Sunderland and Burnley. The manager's a buffoon. I think you have to handicap that in. They looked defensively competent in parts against Newcastle. At the time, I was mildly concerned we might not get the results. Having watched it back, I think we were always going to stuff them. I think I was just maybe a little bit of a nervous watcher as a supporter. They've got a couple of good players. That's where they're capable of getting a result. Gibbs, White, Anderson, etc. But I can't bet them at the minute. Chelsea's last-minute win against Liverpool got them into a much healthier spot, actually, because it's still only 3 wins from 7. But they have got excuses for the 2 defeats, namely red cards cost them in both of them. Big thing here for me was Moises Caicedo stayed behind and rested this international break. Obviously, I watched that Ecuador game. I covered that Ecuador match in the States, and there was no Caicedo. That's important because he's the key man for them. I'm not thrilled about the price, Baz, but I just think Chelsea are the most likely winners. I'm going to take Chelsea outright at 9-10, minus 111.
Yeah, I got to the same pick in much quicker fashion. As I say, my handicaps are fairly brief here, but I landed on the same pick. Forest have got no win in 9 since winning on the opening day. And they've lost their last 3 home games. That's what stood out for me. Home games to Sunderland, West Ham and Midtjylland. Losing those 3 doesn't bode well. I think this Ange experiment's only going to go one way for Forest. They've been dog shit. Chelsea are good enough. I mean, they haven't been great, but they went into the break off the back of a good win over Liverpool. And as long as they keep their discipline, I think they look a straightforward pick here for me. 17-20 Chelsea. Straight up money line pick. Is that the ray gun for a team ride?
Yeah, I'll try it out for various things, Baz, as we go along. And we'll
see where it fits.
Did you enjoy that? Your face?
I mean, it was okay. It's different. It'd be better for people on the podcast who can't see it coming. I saw you raising it up, you know.
Well, you want me to? All right, okay. But I'm not sure if you can hear it. So it looks like I'm shooting myself in the chin, but I'm just trying to get the noise close to the microphone. It's a work in progress, isn't it, Baz?
It is.
I fucking love it. I love it so much. I'm so happy. Next game is 3 o'clock Saturdays, Courtney, wherever you are. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow. Kickoffs at 3 o'clock on Saturday. The first of which is Brighton and Hove Albion against Newcastle United. Brighton 29-20 plus 145. 13-5 the draw plus 260. And Newcastle 13-8 plus 162. Baz.
Yeah, Newcastle don't do very well against Brighton. Bit of a bogey team for us recently. No win in 5 consecutive games now against Brighton. Knocked us out the cup as well last year. So I didn't want Newcastle here, but at the same time, you talk all the time about how you can't trust Brighton. Definitely another team who can do absolutely anything from one week to the next. You're never quite sure what you're going to get. The easy route in for me was goals, and probably flies in the face of the Newcastle form defensively. But it's more the Brighton form. Brighton being the home side, I've sort of gone with their recent form. Brighton have just seen both teams to score in 5 straight league games. And in 6 of their 7 league games so far, both teams to score has hit. And 5 of the last 6 also went over 2.5. I just didn't trust either side here. I wouldn't want to be on either side to win it. The prices for either weren't attractive enough to sway me one way. So straightforward goals, over 2.5 and both teams to score between Brighton and Newcastle at 11-10.
Well, I don't know what the opposite of a ray gun sound effect is, Baz, for a pick where we're on completely the opposite sides. Because I've gone with the under 2.5, and I think part of that was I picked it last time for Newcastle, and I was correct to do so. And that kind of always draws you back in. But I just think the books have overlooked Newcastle's ability defensively at the minute, and the fact that we don't look like scoring tons of goals. Brighton form's all over the place. They have only got 2 wins from 7, but the 2 wins came against Man City and Chelsea. So head-scratching stuff from Brighton. I said they just cheat every week. They did need a late winner against Wolves to draw. Both teams have scored 6 in 7. Newcastle badly needed those last 2 wins, the Champions League win and the home win against Forest. But they've kept clean sheets in 5 of 7 Premier League games. And I still don't think, like I say, they look like scoring. Big Nick's getting away with a penalty, 2 close-range headers, scored one off his shoulder the other night. He's not going to score a ton of goals, as much as it's dropping for him currently. I hate this game as a Newcastle fan, Baz, because we've had a few horror shows down with Brighton over the years. But keeping a clear head and following the Newcastle trend, 5 unders in 7, defending well, and I think that's been ignored by the books. It's a big price, so I'm going to take the under 2.5 goals at even money. Next up, Burnley take on Leeds at 3 o'clock. Burnley are 9-4 plus 225, 23-10 the draw plus 230, and Leeds are 5-4 favourites plus 125. Drifted out a little bit, Leeds, from plus 120. Burnley 1 point from the last 5. That was against Forest, who are in poor form. The home form on the surface of it looks okay. 1-1, drawn 1, lost 1. And the win game in a comparison game against Sunderland, game against the other promoted team here. Leeds have accumulated 8 points and look okay. They did well against Tottenham last time. They could have picked something up in that game at Spurs. Bournemouth needed a late equaliser last time, the time before that, in the game at Ellen Road. So they've got a couple of good pieces of form in the game, look. Ultimately, both teams to scores hit 3 times in a row for both teams. If we had the 1-1 draw of the week jingle, I would load it up and play it, because this, I believe, Barry, is the 1-1 draw of the week. The pick is going to be both teams to score 4-5 minus 125.
Ooh. Yeah, Burnley form line looks bad recently with 5 defeats in the last 6 games and just 1 point against Forest in that time. But they've actually done all right. I think they have had a really tough fixture run. City, Liverpool, Villa in there. And there's only Man City who managed to win by more than 1 goal against them. And that one got away from them late on as well. City, Haaland got a couple in injury time. I think it represents a bit of an opportunity here for Burnley to maybe get off the mark with a decent result. Not get off the mark. I know they've won one already. But they just weren't a big enough price for me to get to Burnley. What I did think is they've got goals in them. They've scored in 6 of their last 7 games. Only Liverpool have kept them out. Leeds on keeping clean sheets. They've conceded in the last 4. So I went for exactly the same pick. Both teams to score, 10-11. That means it's a team right. Team right.
Oh, fucking hell, this is the most enthusiastic I've ever seen Barry about any of my horrific segments that I introduced. Very good, Barry. What we got? Horrible game, Lee says. Harry Doherty agrees for the 1-1 draw of the week. And cards is a play as well. Both teams looking to kick shit out of each other. They're the plays from the chat. 3 o'clock kickoff. Crystal Palace take on Bournemouth. Crystal Palace are 6-5 plus 120. The draw 12-5 plus 240. And Bournemouth are 9-4 plus 225.
Yeah, it looks a good game, this one. Palace bubble finally burst last time out with that defeat to Everton. Hell of a run for them, undefeated in 19 before that. This one just looks like a good match, I think. Bournemouth are unbeaten in 6 league games as well, with 4 wins in those 6. So in really good form. Again, so another one where I really found it hard to come down on a side. Initially, I couldn't really split the two in terms of picking an outright winner. But I did like goals, once again. But I fancy both of them potentially to make a fight of it in terms of goals. So whilst I couldn't split them in terms of winning the game, I do think they both got potential to get a couple, and Bournemouth are a much bigger price for that. Bournemouth have done it in 3 of their last 4 games as well. They've scored over 1.5 goals, and I'm getting a decent plus money price for Bournemouth. So I do like goals, but I'm going to go for the team total. I'm going to go for a plus money price. Bournemouth to score 2 or more at 13-8.
Halfway through your handicap there, I had my ray gun drawn again, Baz, but I've put it away. You pivoted at the last minute. Fef's gone for Bournemouth +1. Crystal Palace or draw for Joe. It does look like a good game, Baz. Pretty much that was my handicap. Palace eventually lost the game at Everton last time. They were unlucky, though. They had plenty of chances at 1-0 up. They've had 3 consecutive 2-1s in various directions. Have Palace. Bournemouth left it late to see off Fulham 3-1. Their only defeat, Bournemouth, is on Matchday 1, where they lost at Liverpool. So that's 6 games without defeat for them. And the last 2 for them both seem to score over 2.5. So with that, the 3 consecutive 2-1s Palace has had, this does look absolutely wide open. And it's going to be 2-1 to somebody, Baz, which factors in your pick of the Bournemouth team total. So both teams to score over 2.5 is 6-5 plus 120. And that will be my play on that one. Next up, Manchester City are at home to Everton. Man City 2-5 favourites, -250. Everton are 15-4. No, they're not. The draw is 15-4 plus 375. Everton are 13-2 plus 650. Man City in good form without being hugely spectacular lately. That Brentford game was a little bit of a weird one because it looked like they were going to batter them and then they just didn't, oddly enough. There's no patterns in the Man City game log, both teams to score or over under 2.5. Everton are going well in 8th place. I still don't think the form line is too strong. I expect them to regress a little bit, although they will be better than they've been in years gone by. But they're going to end up back in the lower reaches of the table soon enough. They've lost 2 of their 3 away, and the win came at Wolves, so we're in terrible form. Finding a bet here was hard. This was the one I struggled with, Baz. So I did go into the props market. I initially made a really clumsy pick, which I do like. I think it's a winner, so I'm going to give it out. It's just a bit clunky. And it was in the cards market. Man City don't pick up many. They picked up 10 in 7. 10 yellow cards in 7 games. While Everton have got the second most in the league. They've picked up 18. So Manchester City on their card handicap, -1 or +1. Yeah, you know what I mean. -1 or +1, Baz. Man City will have the fewest.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What do you mean? Man City +1 on the card handicap. So we get a push if Everton get 1 more card. Basically, Everton are going to pick up 2 more cards than Man City. That's 4-5, -120. I told you it was fucking clumsy, didn't I? I made that pick and I came back later on to make a different pick because that one was just annoying me. But Everton pick up 3 yellow cards, so Manchester City's 1. We went to a play that Michael Roberts, who used to, he still arrives in the chat occasionally, gave us, and it was the saves market, but Sean Pickford saves. Being in good form again this season, being good for England, setting all sorts of records for England. Man City will have a right good go. Haaland in all kinds of form, scored another hat-trick for Norway in the week. It's going to be a Jordan Pickford saves bet. Over 4.5 is the play at minus 125. If you want to go up the ladder, Pickford saves would be the place for me to do it this week. But
yeah, I like the Pickford pick. Definitely prefer that over the Cards Shambles. Anyway, I think for me, it was purely a hunch, and it really sort of harks back to your first lines on this, where Man City are in good form without looking brilliant. They're not blowing anyone away. They're not startling with anything they're doing. So I do think City will have enough to win the game, but I just don't see them running up a score against Everton. I think it will potentially be a low scoring affair. So I'm going to take City to win, but I'm going to tag on the under 3.5. City have only went over 3.5 twice in the league so far. And Everton have seen over 3.5 goals only once in 9 games in all competitions. So I can see City winning, but I don't think they'll win by a massive margin, and I don't see too many goals in it. City win, under 3.5 goals, 11-10.
Nice, Baz. That's a little bit of an arse sniffer there. Jake O'Brien over 1.5 fouls for Frethworth. It's been pointed out in the chat that Grealish is ineligible against his parent club as well, which is a good catch. 1 shot on target for Eelman and Jai, says Joe Dollar. And Lynch Smith says Garner shots have been good, which is absolutely correct. He's been well in. I've been quite impressed with him, actually. Like, he's always a bit of an afterthought. He just never got on my radar. And I've watched Everton a few times, and he's busy, gets involved, gets on set pieces and stuff. They use him to sort of drag those corners back to the edge of the box, and Garner pings a few in from there. So, yeah, Garner shot is a cheeky little angle in as well. Cheers, Smudger. Underdog is a great place to play fantasy. Pick him. You can win up to 500 times your entry. Just pick high or lower on your favourite players. Available for a ton of sports. Brand new offer for new customers. Play $5. Get $100 in bonus funds. Sign up with the code PLGP. And Rhythm is crushing it in college football and NFL with picks and props. Also giving away weekly cash prizes just for tracking your bets in the app. Track 5 bets at the same time. You can win up to $1,000. The promo code is SGPN25 when you download the Rhythm app for 25% off your first month. Download Rhythm. Use promo code SGPN25. Final 3 o'clock kickoff on Saturday is Sunderland and Wolverhampton Wanderers. Sunderland are 11-8 plus 137. Draw 21-10 plus 210. Wolves 21-10 plus 210. Bass.
Yeah, it's hardly a classic, is it? But I mean, Wolves have arrested the slide a little bit, having been absolutely shocking and losing every week. They when I say arrested the slide, it's not much of a turnaround. Probably a bit like turning an oil tank around. Picked up 2 points in the league, but did have a win in the cup as well. So they are unbeaten in 3 now. Cup win over Everton and draws against Brighton and Spurs, or sort of a return to some okay form, you would say. They've at least got on the score sheet in the last couple of games as well, which might help them here. Sunderland has started the season well with just 2 defeats so far, Man United and Burnley. And the fact that both those came on the road, at home they've fared much better with wins over West Ham and Brentford and a draw over Villa. So they are still unbeaten at the Stadium of Light. I did want to factor in Wolves here, though. I think it should be a close match. I just couldn't, because of the Sunderland form, I couldn't get the Wolves winning it. It's where I wanted to go when I first come in. I thought I might get a bigger price, actually, on Wolves. But I do think they can get a draw here. I think it's got 1-1 draw potential as well. I know you've already put out potential 1-1 draw of the week. But yeah, I want to factor Wolves in. I'm not getting a big enough price on them to win. I'm going to take them to draw. I think Sunderland might get a goal each and a 1-1 here. So yeah, draw, Sunderland Wolves 2-1.
Sunderland have done well to accrue 11 points, but I still think the form is a little bit fraudulent. Every team they've played is rubbish or out of form, like the teams who you wouldn't necessarily say were rubbish have been out of form at the time Sunderland have played them. And I think it has to catch up with them eventually. Now, you said Wolves had been turning the corner very slowly. The results were, but they came very, very close to winning both those last 2 games. It was a late equaliser for Brighton. It was a late equaliser for Tottenham. Better opposition, Brighton and Tottenham, than they face in Sunderland here. So we'll eliminate the late equaliser. Wolves can get off the mark pass here. I like this a lot. Wolves 21-10 plus Ep.314. Lee Smith can proceed to the sea for his ridiculous comments in the chat. We will move to tea time on Saturday, 5:30 kickoff. Fulham against Arsenal. Fulham 21-4 plus 525. The draw is Burlington Bertie 100-30 plus 333. And Arsenal are 11-20 minus 180. Back-to-back 3-1 away defeats for Fulham. They did lead in both games. It was Aston Villa and Bournemouth, wasn't it? Fulham have picked up 7 of their 8 points at home. I think one of the important things we talked about last time was the striker situation, because we're both injured. Muniz is still out. Jimenez, unclear, 50%, whether he can make it or not. I'm still hoping for better things from Fulham. I haven't given up on them. Arsenal are top of the league, but they've only won 1 of their 3 away games. They needed late goals against Newcastle to do that. They've only scored over 2 goals twice in 7. They're not stuffing teams. They're missing Odegaard, which is a big issue. In the last league game, Odegaard set a record, Baz. This is impressive. He became the only player in Premier League history to be substituted in the first half in 3 consecutive games. It's impressive, isn't it?
It is impressive.
For me.
Well done.
I won't. I'm not going to. I'm considered really good in that, but I won't. I'll leave it for the team right currently as it stands. So that's a good stat. He's missing. I think Fulham can get a result, Baz. I stopped just short of pulling the trigger as a dog, but I think I might win this. I'm going to take Fulham double chance at 13-10 plus 130.
Yeah, similar. Almost a team right. You've been a slightly bolder than me. I've got a little bit of insurance in my mind. Fulham have got a proper home away split now, haven't they? Unbeaten in 5 at home, 4 wins and a draw, including the cup. That I think that is, and away from home 3 defeats and 1 draw. You look at it. It's a tough game at home to Arsenal. Arsenal going well, won 8, lost 1, drawn 1 in their 10 games in all competitions. So only Liverpool have beaten Arsenal so far. But on the road, they've played 3 league games away from home. They beat Man United by just a single goal. They beat Newcastle by a single goal and lost to Liverpool. So they're not getting any away from anybody in the away games. And so I did want to factor Fulham in here with that home form of Fulham's and Arsenal not getting it all the own way away from the Emirates. I've took Fulham as well, but I've took them on the Asian handicap +1. So if Arsenal do win by a single goal, I'll get that as a push. So Fulham +1, Asian handicaps 10-11. Okay,
like that, Baz. Thank you very much. Calafiori and Timber shots is the angle from Lee's right. They both got in incredible advanced positions. I watched Calafiori play very advanced up at St James's Park a couple of weeks ago. Mikel Merino will be in for Odegaard. Scored twice for Spain the other night. Mikel Merino, 2 headers, funnily enough, the boring twats. So we'll see how they get on. We go across to Sunday lunchtime. We've got an old school Super Sunday here. 1 early kickoff, 1 later kickoff. 2 o'clock is Tottenham Hotspur against Aston Villa. Spurs 11-10 plus 110. The draw 11-4 plus 275. And Villa 11-5 plus 220.
Yeah, Spurs still lost only once this season. But I think they've stuttered a bit recently. With just 2 wins from the last 5 in the league. And with what looked to me to be a pretty favourable run of games as well. I don't think they had a particularly tough run where they've dropped quite a few points. A couple of weeks ago, or a few weeks ago, I would probably have looked at Spurs here at this price. Villa have turned a bit of a corner, though. They've won 4 in a row. And I think, therefore, I want to take them to at least be competitive in this game. Not sure I've quite seen enough. The 2 wins in the league, I'm not sure is enough to turn me on to Villa winning this yet. But I do think we might see goals from both sides here at least. Villa have just seen both to score in the last 4 games and Spurs in the last 3. So I kept it really simple here. Both teams to score 7-10. A little bit of a shorty.
Oh, Baz. Did you not want to tag anything onto that, Baz?
No, I'm sick of the ray gun now.
Oh, fucking hell. I thought you'd do it again. You're sick of the ray gun. He's given up. Loved it 20 minutes ago. Tottenham a 3rd. Sneaked past Leeds last time out, but back-to-back draws before that. Villa have turned a corner a little bit. Back-to-back home wins for Villa. Slowly getting the right way around. Both teams to score an over 2.5 in both of those wins. 12 goals in Spurs' last 4 league games. This finishes 2-1 to somebody as well, but I can't believe you haven't added on. Do you think this might be finished 1-1? Both teams to score 1-1.
Well, could be.
Okay. Right, fair enough. I'll leave the Reagan where it is. Both teams to score over 2.5 is the correct answer. At 11 to 10 plus 110. Rich 066 has joined us. Rich, welcome along. We've got another Everton fan in the chat. I suppose we'll allow it, Rich. You've missed the Everton game. You'll have to have a listen back. We've got Jordan Pickford saves this week, Rich. Nice to have you. Sunday afternoon is Liverpool against Manchester United. Oh dear. Liverpool are 3-5 minus 166. The draw is 130 plus 333. Manchester United are 15-4 plus 375. Back-to-back away defeats for Liverpool. You can add in a Champions League loss at Galatasaray as well. And I think we can all hope that they lose every game that they ever play from now on. Even though they're still shite, Man United have won 3 out of the last 5 league games. But their away form is absolutely terrible. This was tricky, actually, because you can't pick Liverpool on current form. Plus, I don't want to. So that ruled that out. Okay. Man United weren't quite big enough for me to take as outright. I might have pulled the trigger on Man U at about 9-2. Like, do you know what I mean? But 15-4 was a little bit skinny. This Liverpool defence is dog shit, Baz. They've conceded 2 the last twice, and it could have been a ton more. Palace could have had loads. Chelsea could have had plenty. The Man United strikers are looking a bit more lively. Sesko got off the mark, didn't he? Kinder and Boomo's all right. I'm going to take a Man United team total, Baz. I'm not sure how many goals Liverpool are going to score. You can shake your head. Man U have got a couple of goals in the mirror. This Liverpool defence is fucking terrible. Canate, actually, might be good news for them. Canate returned home from the French cap injured the other day. Man U team total over 1.5, 7-4 plus 175. Do not rule out a Manchester United win here, Baz.
Nah, bollocks. Fucking bollocks to that. They're shite. They're still shite. You've been reeled in. What's making you think they're any good?
But Liverpool are shite.
Yeah, they're not.
It's just Liverpool v. Who else is down there? Fucking Fulham or West Ham. You'd be doing the same.
No, if this was Liverpool against Fulham, Liverpool would be about 1-3. Why are they such a big price against Man United? Liverpool have lost 3 in a row. Fair enough, out of form. But they were all away from home. Their home record, they've played 5, won 5, including wins against Arsenal, Atletico Madrid, Bournemouth, who are in great form. Man United aren't in great form. So why are they?
You just sat there and told us how lucky every single one of those wins were.
But they've won at home. They're winning games. So they're winning games. So I don't get why they're such a short price for me why they're not a shorter price, to beat Man United. I was supposed to think Man United have turned the corner because they've just had 3 wins in the last 5. 2 of them over promoted teams. They beat Sunderland and Burnley. And the other was against 10 men, Chelsea, who fucking literally gifted the game after 10 minutes. I'm not having it. The 3 wins were all at home. Their away form's dog shite. I think Liverpool look a great price at 3-5. I'll take Liverpool on the Asian handicap, -1 at evens.
Fucking hell, that's your funeral, that, Baz. I'll tell you what's making me laugh. You know when you see a little post on Twitter and someone says, this is why I love this app, and the 2 posts underneath are entirely contradictory. One person agreeing 100% and then the next person disagreeing. That's what's happening in the comments here. It's made me laugh. We've got Fefwef pipes up with a good bet, Man United dark horse of the week. And straight away, Callum's put Mal, you're off your head. And then Joe Dollar is back underneath siding with me. So it looks like
Callum and Joe are conflicted because Joe's an Arsenal fan, Callum's a Liverpool fan. So, you know, they've got allegiances to this.
Man United scoring 2 goals, by the way, is in no way claiming they've turned a corner.
No, Liverpool can score 4, but they both win.
I don't know how many Liverpool are going to score. Could finish 7-4. Do you know what I mean?
Problem is they haven't got a striker who can hit the net, have they?
Who?
Liverpool.
No, I thought Ekitike never. He didn't start the other night. I Don't know why. Mateta started.
Ekitike is all right. Yeah, he'll get 4.
Mateta started the game. Ekitike got about the last 4 minutes. Then the other lad continues to stink out every fucking place he goes near. Final game on Monday night is West Ham United against Brentford. West Ham are 29-20 plus 145. The draw 12-5 plus 240. Brentford 9-5 plus 180. Barry, finish us off with a winner.
I mean, it's hardly a classic to finish the weekend off, is it? It's not a classic. Well, I suppose it's exactly what Monday Night Football often tends to be, is these dog shit games to finish off. West Ham just 1 win in 8 in all competitions, 6 defeats in total as well. They have made a managerial change that saw them pick up a point against Everton before losing to Arsenal. I think Brentford have been better. They've started brightly. The recent form doesn't look great, just 1 win in 5. But that does include dropping points to City, Chelsea, Villa. So again, they've had a tough run of games there. West Ham might turn out to be a bit better under the new manager, but I think it might also take time for that to happen if it's going to. I think Brentford are better. They certainly seem more capable of picking up points. And they're a bigger price. I'm going to finish with an underdog. Brentford to beat West Ham at 9-5.
Well, the fucking Ray Guns. I'm taking the battery out of it, but I've gone completely the other way. West Ham did better at Everton first up under Nuno. And then they had a really tough assignment last time at Arsenal. Fair enough, they got beat 2-0. This is basically the new start now. They've had the break, managed to get a bit of time with the players on being away. It's a winnable game after a break. They've had time to work on some stuff. Brentford have had a couple of results, but their away form's dog shit, Baz. They've played 3, lost 3. They've been hammered 3 times away from home. This is a really good spot for West Ham. 29-20 plus 145 for West Ham. Fefwef's gone with Diouf to get an assist. Young left back. Is that for West Ham? I don't even know who he plays for. I think
West Ham. He's in my fantasy team, so hopefully he can get his assist.
Potential points then, Baz. 10 games in the hutch, so we will get to the exotic stuff. We'll start, Barry, with Data Dave. Data Dave is 5-1 through 6 game weeks. He missed one, didn't he? As well. I had a chat with him again this afternoon. I've got a feeling Barry might be a bit of a dick. Like, I don't want to mention. Can he hear? I don't think he can hear me. But we'll see, because we've been finding out more about Data Dave, haven't we? And then another very popular feature here is Get to Know Data Dave. I asked him, Baz, what his favourite chocolate biscuit was. And this is what was a bit of a red flag here. First of all, he said, he ran a taste to crumble analysis on the chocolate biscuits, which is fair enough. That's his thing. Do you know what I mean? And he came back with, he went for an Australian Tim Tam. Yeah, exactly, Baz. You may well pull that face. So I've Googled an Australian Tim Tam. A Tim Tam is a popular Australian biscuit. But, so I don't know what to make of that. I don't know whether or not it's annoying or it might be life-changing if I ever got my hands on a Tim Tam. Any thoughts, Baz?
Never heard of a Tim Tam, so I can't really comment. It's a strange choice, though.
Well, yeah, have you got any thoughts on him selecting the Tim Tam?
He's just trying to be a bit maverick, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. Yeah. I'll give him another couple of weeks. Harry's asking about kickoff. No kickoff. It's half time, Harry. Concentrate, man. So the lads are in there having a quarter of an orange and watching me and Baz move the magnets around. It's half time in kickoff. Barry leads 2-0, having slotted that late penalty in the first half. So, yeah, me 0, Barry 2, half time in that one. My lock, Barry. Oh, hang on, I didn't give out Data Dave's pick. We got fucking embroiled in biscuit chat. It's he's gone chalk. Since he got ahead, all he does now is pick 7 to 10 shots. I give him that limit. That's his fucking line. That's his trapdoor. 7 to 10, minus 142. And that's exactly where he's gone. 3 picks in a row. Sunderland and Wolves under 2.5 is the answer for Data Dave, who does currently sit on 5-1. He's about 3 units ahead. So under 2.5 for him, it's 7 to 10. My lock is Palace Bournemouth. Both teams to score over 2.5. 6-5 plus 120. Definitely finishing 2-1 to somebody. My dog is Wolves. I'm not having Sunderland. At some point, Wolves have to win a game. At some point, Sunderland have to start losing. and it starts on Saturday. Corned beef pie accumulator is just a cheeky little double. This is a piece of piss, Barry. Holy shit. Both teams to score. Burnley Leeds, Palace Bournemouth, 23-10 plus 230. What a lovely bet that is. Steak and Stilton, I've gone with 3 moneyline underdogs. Wolves, Man United, yes. And West Ham. West Ham aren't moneyline underdogs. That's bollocks. Wolves, Man United, and West Ham pays 35-1. That's the 3-day parlay as well. We go Saturday, Sunday, Monday on that one. And my anytime goal scorer, I watched Spain last night, Barry. Jeremy Pino is in good form for Crystal Palace. He's done everything except score. He only got 20 minutes off the bench last night, but he looks really lively. And this is a good spot for him. 7-1 first and last. 9-4 plus 225 anytime for Jeremy Pino of Crystal Palace, Barry.
Yeah, so for me, my lock's going to be Chelsea. I think Chelsea definitely get off to a win this weekend. I think they're a decent price, 17-20 Chelsea to beat Forest. My underdog's going to be West Ham. I finished with an underdog, so I'm going to chuck them in as my... No, it's Brentford to beat West Ham. Sorry, yeah. Okay. So it goes against your picking your big Akka. But yeah, I've gone for Brentford at 9-5 as my underdog. Scorer, I've got nobody. I've wrote down scorer and then I have nothing written next to it, which tells me I was planning on putting a scorer, but I didn't get round to looking at it. So I have missed that one out. Corned beef pie Akka is an over 2.5 treble. Palace v Bournemouth, do you like for goals? Got Liverpool v Man United. Again, you've got that one for goals. Spurs v Villa is the other one. So Palace, Bournemouth, Liverpool, Man United, Spurs, Villa, all over 2.5 goals is 4-1. And my finisher, my steak and still Naka is going to be a cards treble. Going back to a few of the early favourites. I'm not sticking Dewsbury Hall, and I'm going to give him a week off. He's come back from his 1-match ban. I'm give him a break. But I'm going to go for Elliot Anderson. A few people mentioned earlier they thought there might be cards in that Forest game, so I'm going to take Elliot Anderson. Sasa Lukic, he's going to get his 5th. He's going to get a ban this week.
I think he might be injured, Baz.
Is he? I did wonder.
I did look at the Fulham injuries earlier on because I wanted to know about Muniz and Jimenez, and I saw Lukic's name on there, 25%. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I did wonder because one of the betting sites had him on there and one didn't. I didn't have time to start digging. So it's Elliot Anderson, it's Bruno Fernandes was the other one. So it might just be a double. We'll still get a decent price for that double. But yeah, Bruno Fernandes against Liverpool is definitely getting a card. Elliot Anderson's the other one. As I say, I did have Lukic in there. If Lukic isn't there, chuck Dewsbury Hall in again. Just fucking stick him in. In fact, no, I'll tell you where I'll go. Since I'm trying to stick with the old favourites, I'm going to go Romero. Because Spurs Villa looks a competitive game. So that'll be the treble then. Anderson, Fernandes, and Romero. I put that in. It's going to be around 33-1.
Okay. Is that you done, Baz?
That's me done.
Very good. Thank you very much. It was nice nice to be back, Barry. Champions League is next week, so we'll have to... When do you get back from your...
Sunday night. I'm back Sunday.
So we do Sunday or maybe Monday. Are you grafted on Monday, are you?
I am, but I can probably do Monday afternoon.
All right, we'll sort something out anyway. So Champions League starts Tuesday, Wednesday. So we'll be back for that. I enjoyed all of that. Thanks, everyone who joined us in the chat. Lee says he's written down 5 players in your treble there, Baz. Good effort. Gave out plenty. Everyone who joined us, I appreciate it. Appreciate the patience for enduring that international break. But yeah, back into it. Although I think there's another one in about 3 weeks or something like that. But we'll try and get a bit of momentum going. Good luck with your picks. Barry, enjoy your trip. I'll try and take a photo of me being cool with the Mercury Music Prize. Twitter wouldn't let me post any photos today. I went past a working men's club in Redcar, Barry. It had a fucking massive sign on the front, like 18-foot high letters, just said "Smokers Welcome." I thought it was one of the greatest signs I've ever seen. I don't know what all that's about. I thought it was outstanding, so I took a photo. And Twitter says I don't have permission to post photos, so I don't know what all that's about. Smokers Welcome. What a great sign. If you've ever been to Redcar, you might understand more why that would happen. Good luck with your picks. We'll be back at some point, Sunday or Monday, And we will see you all down the road. Cheers.